What is going on, Cardano community? Welcome back to the official Dapp Central YouTube channel. I'm your host here, Fareed, and as a part of today's video, I've got some breaking news surrounding the LQ, or the Liquid Finance Protocol. If you guys have not heard of LQ before, they're going to be a lending and borrowing platform built on Cardano that just went live on the mainnet in the first week of February. Now, since then, this protocol has seen a little bit of turbulence, and as a part of today's video, actually earlier this morning, they announced that they would temporarily be taking the app down due to a bug that was just found on the mainnet. And so what I want to do as a part of this video is quickly break down exactly what we know so far in terms of facts released by the official Liqwid Labs team. And then I want to talk about a potential bug fix that is currently in the works and being tested on the preview testnet. So without taking up any more time, we're going to jump straight over into Twitter. And as it reads here, this was posted about 11 hours ago from the time of me shooting this video. The Liquid protocol has been temporarily paused via a multi-sig transaction while we fix a security issue. Protocol funds are safe, and an update will be posted here once we implement the required changes. Now, as soon as this was actually released, there were a ton of questions from community members wondering or asking how a decentralized protocol could basically be paused or go down. If you guys are not aware, it mentions here that there was a multi-sig transaction, which is basically a wallet with more than one signing key, which has admin privileges to the actual Liquid Finance platform. Now, to be fair here, they did announce this multi-sig wallet privilege as a part of the document prior to their mainnet launch. So this is, again, public knowledge that was aware or that was given to the public prior to the launch of this actual app. Now, scrolling down a little bit, we have a follow-up here, which states that the Liqwid V1 auditors have also approved the issue fix, and the team is currently testing it on the preview testnet before resuming the protocol on the mainnet. And so ideally, this is what you would want to see, is that they have a fix in the works, but it's also going through the traditional route of being tested on the preview testnet before actually being applied to the mainnet. The last thing this team would want to do is quickly rush to apply a bug fix directly to mainnet that exposes the platform to additional issues, or that actually doesn't do the job right the first time around. Now, having said that, they did undergo a audit prior to launch on the mainnet, and what this now begs is how thorough that initial audit was in the first place. Now, moving along, there was an additional Twitter post by the Liqwid Labs team surrounding the multi-sig wallet, which again has admin privileges surrounding the actual protocol. So it states here, Liqwid V1 was deployed with a multi-sig as a safety precaution in case of post-code review testing discovered any security issues, which in this case, it does appear that the multi-sig wallet actually has come in handy. The multi-sig includes individuals from multiple Cardano teams and was disclosed in the launch checklist article in early January. And so what I did was just double check that this was actually confirmed here. And as you guys can see, this was actually highlighted as a part of the checklist in the month of January. So it states here, a community multi-sig for admin control on specific market actions is being implemented with members from Liqwid Labs, M Labs, MinSwap Labs, and the Liqwid community manager. So as long as the majority of these members here, or the stakeholders here with access to this multi-sig wallet, confirm that they do want to go ahead and pause the protocol, they'll have the ability to do so. Now, this also again begs the question, will they continue to use the multi-sig wallet even after this first issue is fixed and as the protocol grows into maturity? Again, I can't answer those questions, but I'm doing my best to just bring you guys the facts and also ask questions to kind of get the ball rolling. Now, if I jump over to the actual Liqwid Finance app, which is accessible at app.liqwid.finance, we can see at the top that it reads here, the Liqwid protocol has been temporarily paused via a multi-sig transaction while they fix this ongoing issues. On top of this, right now, I don't believe that users can actually withdraw or add to their funds, but as the first tweet stated, all users' funds should be safe right now. So even though there was a bug, it does not look like users' funds were exploited or that there's any security risk to assets managed on the platform right now. Now, that's going to wrap it up for that first portion of the video. And what I want to now do is just quickly kind of talk about the last week, which has been a little bit rough for the LQ protocol. And so if you guys are not aware, right after the initial launch, we saw a proposal to basically back out of a liquidity bootstrapping event for the Liqwid platform, which was supposed to actually occur, I believe, on February 7th. And so this was going to be called the Collective Zappin, or the CZI. Now, the CZI was canceled due to the fact that a lot of community members were not in agreement in terms of adding additional LQ tokens to the open market. Now, I'm not sure exactly how the CZI process works and exactly how many tokens this would have brought online. But again, the consensus around the community was not to have it. So Dwayne Cameron, who I believe is the head of the protocol, wrote up a proposal which the community has voted on to basically cancel the CZI. On top of that, in the same exact proposal, there was some suggestions surrounding the reduction of the emissions of the LQ tokens. So right before the actual launch of this protocol, we did see that the price pumped up quite nicely. However, after the actual mainnet launch, we saw the price double back down and actually trade at a lower price than it was trading at before the announcement of the mainnet launch. And so a lot of the community members were worried. And what we actually saw again was the fact that the LQ team wanted to reduce how many of the LQ tokens would be distributed every epoch or every 5 days. If I'm not mistaken, prior to the proposal, we were expecting to see anywhere between 35,000 to 36,000 of the LQ tokens coming into the open market every epoch. And so again, I'm going to do my best here to do a little bit more research to see exactly what the proposal was aiming to do and exactly what the new emission rate will look like moving forward. But that was the big first headache for this protocol. Now, after that, we did see that some people were reporting some issues in terms of transactions going through. Now, I particularly attribute this to the fact that typically on mainnet launches, we see that a lot of protocols have a lot of traffic on the actual Dapp, and therefore we begin to see some issues related to load, not necessarily the actual protocol itself. So I don't want to hammer too much on this particular point because I do think that there was a lot of traffic and a lot of eyeballs on this platform, just like we saw with Jed on their very first day of launching. Now, the last thing here is going to be the fact that the team is now trying to add additional assets to their protocol. And this is not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. However, I do want to state that it probably would have made more sense for the LQ team to take their time and actually add additional assets prior to releasing the app on the mainnet launch. So what we just saw is a proposal for adding the JED stablecoin to the actual LQ platform. Now, this would allow for people to mint JED on any other platform and then bring that over in order to earn yield or earn passive income from it using the LQ platform. And so again, my point here is that instead of launching this app just with the ADA asset and no additional Cardano native tokens, I personally would have waited until we had JED as well as other top Cardano assets to basically boost the amount of liquidity and the amount of usability of the actual platform on the mainnet. Now, those are all my opinions. Again, just rolling those ideas out to you guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But I wanted to just take a brief minute to highlight the fact again that the LQ protocol has temporarily gone down. But keep in mind that none of the assets on the platform have been taken advantage of. And the team is actively working on a fix right now, which is being tested and has been tested and verified by the auditors on the preview testnet. Having said that, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you guys found this update to be helpful or timely, then please make sure to tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by the Dapp Central YouTube channel, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions for me about the LQ protocol, then make sure to leave a comment down below. With that said, I will see you guys in the next video.